Are you talking about how to volley?
I'm talking about my go-to was to have this flat.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to have my go-to this.
Yeah.
And this is if I need.
Yeah.
But this is my go-to. But it's hard. Because this is just so much more neat.
Yeah. Symmetrical. Yeah. But if you watch all of the pro instructor videos on YouTube, they're telling everybody to keep their elbows down, and I understand why. So.
You know what? I think that this is because of this.
Oh.
I think this is much easier on your elbow.
I never thought of that, but you know what?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or this is doing it. Or this is doing it.
All right, mind if I do a little bit of a warm up with you guys? Just a few balls? Do you? Well, too fucking bad. Shut up! Get out of my way! I'm warming up with my partner. There you go. My partner. My partner. Nope, I'm just warming up with my partner, Susie. Just my partner, Susie. I'm warming up with my partner, Susie. I'm Angela. I'm warming up with my partner, Susie. Oh! Oh. Oh boy. All right, I'm warm. You guys warm? Okay. No, good. I just need to get the heart rate up a little bit. All right, so I need just somebody at the net for a minute so I can calibrate this. Either person. Right in the middle. I think it's pretty close to calibrated, but I haven't done it with the net up yet, so probably. No. Looks like it got turned down. Oh, no, it's going to be too high. Oh, that might be it. It's too high. All right, I think that's it. Let me try a couple. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. Backhand flick volleys, and then, oops, shit, that was terrible. Forehand roll volleys. So you're going to have to decide when it's coming out of the machine. Am I going to hit a flick ball? Am I going to hit a backhand flick or forehand roll? Oops. Oh, okay, you can shut it off. All right, let's talk a little bit about it. You shut it off, please. Top switch. All right, so we'll do pick up. All right, so the whole purpose of these two volleys is to take a ball that is too low to volley. So these balls, if you just put a flat racket under them and hit them up flat, they're going to go really high, and they're going to be soft, and they're really easy for people to move forward or backwards on and attack. Typically, the shots that we're hitting are hit in response to people trying to reset from the baseline, right? So if we give them a high, slow ball, they're already back. They're able to move forward and attack it out of the air, right? So we want to take balls that are, so these balls are coming in, they're in what's called the yellow zone, which means they're just a little bit too low for a normal kind of lift volley. Players are going to hit these shots. They're going to go, oh shit, that's a good shot to approach on. So they're going to be charging at you, right? Because they think it's a good low volley. And then you're going to flick them or roll them. And it's a shot that has enough topspin on it that you can keep it low enough and powerful enough that it's going to drop inside the court if they choose to let it go. But they're also going to have to be, if they're attacking moving forward, they're going to have to deal with a ball that's coming at them fast with a lot of spin and a fairly low trajectory. So it's really hard for them to reset this shot, right? So today we're just going to try and learn the technique and try and get effective volleys. So you're going to find out fairly quickly that there's an exact right height for you to just hit the perfect shot. Balls that you're reaching too far out on, balls that are jamming you up because they're too close, balls that are too low, or balls that are too high aren't going to be quite right. So part of what we're doing today is trying to figure out which contact point is right for me, right? So a ball that's too long, you may just take it as a regular volley, or you may do it as a step back volley. A ball that's coming in too low, too fast, rather than reaching out for it, you may want to do a step back, right? Or you may just want to do a block, right? And just turn it into a dink. So today's the process of getting accustomed to the feeds and seeing what we can do with it. And then in the second half hour, I want to work on push volleys, punch volleys, right? So something that's a little bit higher. So normally on a volley, you're just going to block. But in a punch volley, there's a little bit of a swing to a punch volley, right? So there's the backhand punch volley, and then the forehand punch volley, and then there's the two different types of punch volleys are the one with the arc and the one with no arc, the horizontal. So we'll work on both of those in the last half hour. Yep.
Did you say which is the ideal ball for the roll?
So the forehand is going to be your roll, right?
Where's the contact point?
You're going to figure that out for yourself.
Oh, you're not telling us.
Well, no, yeah, I mean it's comfortable distance out front, right? Yeah. But so everybody's a little bit different. People squat to different depths. People have different reach, different balance points. So you're going to figure out for yourself what is the ideal ball for me to hit, right? And so you should expect to fail today because you're going to hit some shots that don't work out very well. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. You can't do it? I've never heard that before, ever. So you're going to want to check your grip because you're going to want an Eastern forehand for the forehand roll volley for sure. On the backhand flick, I'm going to switch to an Eastern backhand grip. So there's going to be a difference. As soon as I decide, for me, I'm going to be doing Eastern forehand on the forehand roll. I'm going to be doing Eastern backhand or international squash grip on my backhand flick volley. You can try whatever you want. I hear from people who do this and talk about it on the internet that a continental doesn't work well for this on the forehand side. It does work well for this on the backhand side, some people say. So anyway, you're going to have to experiment with your grip. Think about, be intentional with your grip today because we're practicing. I'm thinking we'll do a rotation. Everybody's going to be working on their own technique. I might be able to give you a hand with something, but this is new to me too. I've never actually taught somebody to do this before. So anyway, I'm thinking 5 balls, rotate. You okay with that? Okay. Who wants to go first? I've already went too. I just hit like 10 balls. So. Okay, Susan's going to start. Ouch. There we go. It's your first 5. Give yourself a break. Just relax. Yep. Right. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so we're learning the technique of the stroke today. So don't worry too much about the lines. If you want to be in the kitchen to do this, that's fine. Right now, we're just working on learning the technique. We'll add the elements of correct positioning and lines and stuff later. If you find the balls are too short for you, then feel free to step into the kitchen, right? Because we're just practicing. All right, Susan, you've hit more than 5. Okay, awesome. Oh, crap. One more. Are you in, Susan? These are almost all backhand, so I'm going to nudge this a bit. One more. Oh, that was... Yeah, take them wherever they are, and just make sure that you're rotating from low to high. You want to go from low to high. All right, so watch the rotation, the pronation, right? Oops, trying to exaggerate it. It's too low. Fuck. All right, so the motion is like this. Tough one. Okay, so the motion's like this. So from there to there. So I'm just doing this. And then in the backhand flick, it's the same thing. Oops. But you got to get the contact right. It has to be out front. So this is the motion. It's like I'm throwing my racket. Like I'm throwing my racket. Okay. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to come in a little bit closer, just so I can get them a little bit out of the air a little bit more. A little high. So I'm not hitting it very hard, and I'm not pushing it towards the back line at all. I'm just doing this, trying to make it spin. So I go from low to high. One last one. Low to high. Good. All right, I want to do a pause for a second. Awesome. Okay, I want to do a pause for a second because I think we need to do some stationaries. So grab a few balls just in your hand. 3 balls should be enough. Do you want to work on the backhand first or the forehand first? Backhand first? Okay. So I'm going to toss the ball out here, and I'm just going to go, oops. Oh! So I'm not going forward towards the wall. I'm going up, straight up, right? A little bit of a, tiny little bit of a, so a little bit of this kind of depth, but what I'm really doing is just brushing up on the back of the ball, right, to get it spinning. So it's coming at you already. It's going to bounce off of your racket. That's sufficient. You don't really need to push it. You just need to cause it to spin, right? So we're just trying to make it spin. You're up, Angie. Sure, you can if you want. Yeah, let's do a few more. A few more stationary. Oh, so you're just pushing forward, Angela? Yeah. Those you just push forward. So I'm gonna put it out front like this.
Right. I'm going like this
yeah.
as opposed to
this. Yeah. And I just want you to Just like a really strong flick this way.
Yeah.
Like you're throwing your racket over there.
I'm doing more of a push ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, correct grip. Get it down in this position, and we're just like you're throwing your racket. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like you're throwing it to the side. Yeah, let me show you a better toss.
Okay, yeah.
Let me show you a better toss. Underneath. And then just flick like you.
And I'm so wanting to push, right?
Okay, so while you're waiting for your turn at the net, if you want, you can just grab a ball and feed it into the curtain. All right, I'm turning it back on. There we go, that was good. Better though. Yeah, you're getting better. So part of the problem is you're moving your whole arm.
Okay.
Just the wrist. Just pronate. So. Yeah. So I'm letting it come right to me. I'm just doing this. I'm not punching it at all. Yeah, you got it, Angela. There you go. So when I finish, the racket's actually coming back by my shoulder here. Right? So it's not finishing out here. It's actually coming back towards my shoulder. So it's like I'm throwing it. Oops, a little too high. One more. Oh, you're getting good rotation. There you go.
I think the ball machine is bugging me out because it really is a ball here, right?
It's what?
It's something right by the left. Yeah. Just a question.
Yep.
Not anything else.
Not anything else.
Not anything else.
Okay.
That it might be perceived as. Would it be helpful for this drill to push us forward like 3 inches
For what reason?
so that we can?
So it's not dropping as much?
So it's not dropping.
Okay, yeah. Make it easier, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's good, you're getting there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to switch to my forehand. Okay, so now watch, I'm switching to the forehand side, so I've moved off of the line. Right, so same windshield wiper motion, racket's down. I'm finishing over here. The racket's actually touching the back of my shoulder. Right? So racket head down. It's not a swing, it's a rotation. Watch how that ball comes down. It's just amazing. Watch the ball hit the ground. Oh, that was too high. Too low. Okay, watch this one. Watch it spin. Look how it comes down, just hard. Boom! Yeah, it also starts here. They start straight down. You can go, Susie. I'll get there. I gotta find my racket first. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so you're swinging way too hard. I want you to just relax. Just relax. Like I'm barely touching the ball. I'm just swiping it. All right? That's all we're trying to do is just create some spin. See how low it stays after it bounces? Look at that. That came up maybe 14 inches. One more. Last one. No, no, don't swing with your whole arm, Angela. Just keep your elbow stationary and just swing from here. Yeah, hang on. I got to do some instructing. Let's do this without yeah, I'll take those. Let's do this without hitting balls for a minute. So let's go over to the wall here. So it's important to have the right position here. Susan's taking the ball way back here, right? So we need to have our laid back wrist. Our contact point needs to be right about here, right? And then the motion is literally this, right? So notice how my elbow is staying relatively stationary. My hand is staying right up against the wall. And I'm just like a windshield wiper. Tick, 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 tick,
What happened to
tick.
the shoulder?
You're not involving the shoulder. The shoulder.
Aren't you finishing at the shoulder?
Yeah, but I'm showing you the essential motion first.
Okay.
Right? So this is the essential motion. You've got to get this part down.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the motion through. And I'm coming from, I guess my racket's not just down, it's also a little bit back. And I'm finishing like this. But my arm is not moving forward. Right? The elbow is staying relatively still. And I'm working on just this motion, this up. Because if I can get the ball, I'm going to turn around this way now. I'm just making the ball spin. Right? I'm just making the ball spin. I don't need to move my arm forward because the ball's coming at me with pace already. It's going to bounce off my racket on its own, just like a block would. So this is kind of like a block, but through the... Oh. Yeah. All right. No, you got to keep this here. It's got to stay here. All right, there, keep it there. We are, but I'm talking about keeping your elbow close to your rib cage. All right, so this is the motion. All right, so that's the motion I want you to practice right now. I'm going to do the same thing with Susan. All right, so get the elbow in here. Okay, laid back wrist. That's the motion, the essential motion. All right, so let's work on that. Try and keep your elbow relatively close. Right? We're not trying to kill the ball. We're not trying to, your elbow's coming way up, Uncle. You're doing this. As soon as that elbow comes off of your wrist, you're going to lose the pronation. This is all pronation. See how my forearm here? So watch, my wrist is here, my other wrist, the other side of my wrist. So that's called pronation. That's the motion.
I think you're stronger. Like, I think for me to actually do that, that hurts, right? So then it's like, kind of like to get my strength.
You don't want that elbow coming up. It's going to mess you up.
Okay,
So then I don't
stop.
want you to swing so hard. Just relax. This is a really, watch. I barely hit that at all. You don't need to be very strong. You just need the right motion at contact. Right? So let's work on that without putting a lot of muscle into it. It doesn't require strength. It just requires timing. You're just brushing up on the back of the ball. That's good. Good motion. All right, let's try it again. And then we'll take a drink. Oh, what? That was too low. Let me come in the kitchen. Yeah? Oh. Yeah. You have to have the knob. You have to have the knob grip. I never even thought of... Oops. Exactly. Yeah. See, I'm barely touching this ball. I'm just flicking through it. Last one. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for sure. There you go. Look how easy that is. There you go. You're getting some spin there. Yeah, there you go. Lots of spin on that one. Yeah, you got spin. Good spin.
No, but my hand, you still have a backhand and a forehand. Right?
Yep.
Eastern forehand, no, Eastern backhand.
Yep.
You're off.
Okay. See how low these are staying? It's really difficult. If somebody's back at the baseline, it's really difficult for them to do anything with these because they stay so low. Oops. Last one. Okay. Oh, watch your heels. There you go. Good motion. Keep the elbow in. Good low. Good. See how low that stayed? Oops. Last one. Okay. There you go. That was awesome. So if you watch the video on the strokes that you just hit, your racket was here, not here to start. Good. Oh, it's never.
And then it's like, oh no, that's a this.
Yeah. You need to adjust. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to show you. Can you shut off the machine? Yeah. All right. So the problem is, I think it's your grip, but let me show you why. Just get you to stand over here. Okay. So when you're at contact, your racket face is closed, right? So if you notice, when I'm hitting these shots, my racket face is slightly open at contact. I'm actually hitting the ball a little bit up. I'm not hitting it down because I want my racket face to be just a little bit back so that it's open so I can create that spin, right? So because of the way you're holding the racket, I think, at contact, your racket face is closed. You're hitting it down, whereas I'm hitting it at contact, my racket face is actually a little bit open. So a good way to practice that is make sure that you're open here, right? Right? So my racket face is going to be open at contact, and then gradually close it off a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Think about having it about the ball having to go up a little bit first, rather than just straight down. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, my weight's on the balls of my feet for sure. Yeah. I think the most important thing is just to be relaxed, right? This motion right here generates all that you need for this shot. It's just a matter of getting your timing correct, getting your racket face correct, and being relaxed, because spin doesn't come from a stiff arm. Spin comes from that bullwhip motion, right? And this is the end of the whip, so it needs to be snapping. It needs to be relaxed. Anyway, keep working on it. It'll come. We've only spent 25 minutes on this, so let's do a pickup, have a drink, and then we'll come back. I really need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to run. Hello, Jolynn. How's the shoulder? Not good?
I have a tear, so.
It's going to be weeks for it to heal.
I have to go do something.
Well, the only thing you can do is your rehab exercises.
Well, I don't have them yet. So.
Well, you haven't been to the physio yet? Okay. Do you know where it's torn?
Yeah.
The supraspinatus? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be a few months. Yeah, that's a tough. This tears, Joe, is one, they will heal. Get down, supraspinatus, common racket sports injury, and you can rebuild it, and it will. You just need to
On the super spinning?
Is Susan in the bathroom? Okay. Shut it off, turn it back on. Make sure the microphone's working.